Interesting. No growth, get rich quick schemes, possible jail time, cult leader. Okay, so if these cults, group leaders have been trying to basically set you up for stuff, this is going to end up costing them. Okay, whatever this weird stuff is, for whatever their motivations are. Okay, these are folks, whether it's unbeknownst to the people around them, they could have projected onto you like you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. Meanwhile, that's their whole other life. Okay, boom. Let's see what we have here. They stole a financial inheritance or gift and they paid people to lie. Okay, yeah. See, it's funny how people want you all to get over stuff. It's like, that's easy to say when it's you and your children's life being affected by things that didn't have to be. At the same time, people trying to stop you from being able to have. We really got to get educated. We really got to get educated past this whole gaslighting shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people aren't stuck. Some people have people trying to keep them stuck. Okay? Because they stole something and they're trying to cover up for it. And a part of that is keeping the collective trapped, keeping the collective looking like there's something that they're not, hoping to bypass. And I got Shane coming in the reverse. And some water signs. Then I have Stephanie. You know, it's real easy to do. I have, it says, a major overly inflated ego, but hoovers over the collective for ideas. Again, these are people who hoovers everything about you, pretending to not do it. Pretending like that's not what they got people doing. I have Victor. I have fatal accident. There could have been a fatal accident. From riches to rags. Yeah. People who wanted to see you in rags or something like that because you're a bad motherfucker, said shut your mouth. That's what people get. Man, they need to stop all this bullshit. They need to stop. Just stop. It says rejected feminine for family and friends and other lovers, but did not want feminine to be happy with anyone. So feminine, these are people who rejected you, but they didn't want you to be happy. Ooh. So whatever this is with water signs, Shane, stole a financial inheritance and gift and pay people to lie. Oof. Frank, Kanisha, Brianna, Katrina. It says ring around the rosy. Okay. These people who wanted to keep you in some kind of a perpetual, okay, they finna feel this. They finna feel this. They finna feel this. It says ring around the rosy, ashes, ashes, and they all gonna come down. Knocked off they goddamn high horse. These are people who call themselves knocking you off of your high horse. They can rev up these engines all they want. This is nothing new. They've been doing this shit. So they can circle around these blocks and rev up their engines until they satisfied. Pathetic. I have Lorenzo here. Shanika, Bridget, Kenzie. Some kind of new business venture may be coming up for you, or whatever people did to try to block that, steal that, hijack that. Okay. It looks like something is going to be birthed for you out of this. You got ascended, transcended masters, the real ones, the legit motherfuckers. Okay, not the ones they bypass the matrix bullshit, reincarnation loop shit. They ain't into it. They ain't into it. They pass the fake, the false light program. Okay, I have Tammy, Mike, Ebony. They needed you tortured and broke so that they didn't look like a joke. Again, they needed you tortured and broke. Again, because your new bothers their old, so that they don't look like a joke. Because if you're not tortured and broke, then it's going to make them have to challenge their life and their beliefs and their decisions. And it was easier to try to come up with shenanigans against you. Erica. Biko. Patricia. Okay. All right, so how's this going to work out in your favor? Where's the... from what we can share. Okay. Yeah, these people that was doing these humiliation rituals, trying to call themselves embarrassing you. I said something a while ago. I was like, yo, see, when you dead, when you didn't die to bullshit, that shit don't work. It's like, nah, I'm embarrassed for humanity, baby. I'm embarrassed for humanity. I'm embarrassed for the low lives that's behind this shit. I'm embarrassed for that. Because see, once you know that what's really going on, it doesn't have the same impact on you. You don't feel the same kind of way that maybe once upon a time you would have. So that shit don't fly with me no more. It's like, yeah, now that I know, yeah, I'm not embarrassed, dear. Because I know what's going on, baby. I'm embarrassed for y'all. Because that's what you didn't come to. That's what you didn't succumb to. That's the low. In order to be fucking relevant. In order to keep a lie alive. In order to not get caught up for what was stolen. I'm embarrassed for the world. That's actually cool with this kind of behavior and conduct. That's what I'm embarrassed about. Especially leaders. And then be mad, then have the nerve to be mad that you ain't trying to hit them. It's like, ain't nobody trying to hear that. Lacking empathy and sympathy for innocent life. Nobody care what you call yourself saying. This was humiliation rituals. That's going to end up making them feel ashamed. They wanted you to feel ashamed, sorry, humiliated, and embarrassed. Yeah, the thieves wanted you to feel that way. Yeah. See, now they nervous. Now they nervous. And people trying to keep you in this nervous and scared energy, getting excited off of you being anxious and nervous is going to end up working in your favor. People getting excited off of keeping you upset, you and your children nervous and angry and activated. Weirdos. Misrepresentation of leadership and authority. I should say misrepresentation of proper leadership and authority. Let me rephrase it. Yeah, people wanted you gloomy, depressed, and sad and glum. Oh, and miserable. Interesting. What is okay? Irritated and tired. Listen. Distressing you and your kid. Oh, this is gonna get interesting. Getting excited off of it. Yeah, low lives that y'all, some of y'all got on pedestals. What we have here? These two dudes. It could be two men involved. It could be two men from childhood. Or two men that are like children. Grateful. Some kind of proper help is going to be coming in for you. And these people are going to be embarrassed, okay, because of what they were willing to do to a child or someone that's childlike, out of their sicko, you know what I'm saying, willing to torture somebody that's like an innocent. Weird asses. Motherfuckers are weird. Listen, I don't have respect, and I'm never going to. I don't have respect for people who could actually get jollies off of, torturing people and disabled people. I don't care who they are and what they got. If they can sit up there and think that shit cute and funny, they're a ridiculous degenerate themselves. They need to go somewhere and sit down. Don't need to be saying nothing to nobody. Okay. You all are very brave. You and your children have been very brave here and courageous, dealing with these tight ropes these people keep trying to create. People continuing to try to embarrass you, humiliate you, and all that stuff. You and your children. These people need to be studied. What's going to work out? They need to be studied. They don't need to be trying to teach nobody nothing. They need to be studied. They don't need to be trying to tell nobody nothing. They're sitting up here taking delight out of torturing a disabled man. They need help. These people need help. They did it 3 times. They did that shit 3 times. And I've tracked all their little street theater shenanigans. They're sick. Listen, I don't care how and why. They're sick. Trying to make you tired. Okay. You're going to have something to be cheerful about here due to your bravery. Okay, these people trying to frustrate you, make you miserable. There's something here that you're going to be able to be cheerful about due to your bravery in this whole situation where people was trying to frustrate you and your children because of your bravery. Because that's essentially what this is. Okay, yeah, you're going to see the 3 of Cups. So something is going to work out. I saw the 3 of Cups. That's in the upright. That's good news. Reason to celebrate. I just saw, okay. Maybe the truth and clarity. I saw the Ace. Truth and clarity about what these people have been doing to frustrate you and your children, because this has been intentional. They keep trying to set the stage to embarrass you. For some of you, every 5 minutes, if you turn your back for 5 minutes, is some kind of shenanigans happening. Exploiting a disabled person. And then sniggering like the little snakes and weasels that they are. Some of these people. Yeah, this jealousy in the reverse. Again, this all these actions that's been birthed in jealousy that people deny or hid, they could have also projected it as if you were just somebody bitter and jealous when in fact it was the other way around. You're gonna be free from this evil eye, this jealousy. Yeah, shadow coming in the reverse, jealousy coming in reverse. The truth is gonna come out here, and you're not gonna have to be living with these shadow energies and these people who they hide the fact that that's what's going on. Yeah, and the shadow came out in reverse. Yeah, there's something that's gonna come to light about a billionaire for some of you. Could be about somebody who's got money. If they don't have billions, this just could be somebody who's got a lot of money. This could be a billionaire went for broke and started doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Stealing from you. Yeah, it's gonna come out Starseed podcast. Yeah. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, people try to make it seem like you were a bitch, and it's gonna come out that you've been dealing with bitches that were broken old billionaires, millionaires, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, did some shit to you. They did some shit to you. Yeah, there's that narc injury. It's gonna come out that people were, their egos were bruised. You know what I'm saying? Something about who you are and what you're doing triggered people. For some of you, it's a billionaire that was dealing with money issues that had them and they people trolling you, stealing from you, and then trying to get rid of you. Paying people to do shit. A cult leader hiding in the shadows, paying people to follow you around, troll you around, land where you land, weaseling their way in wherever you go, looking for the low lives wherever you go that's willing to be bought. Paying people to irritate you. This is going to work out in your favor. Something is going to be blasted on the podcast. How these people kept trying to keep you in a box. How they keep trying to, stop you from being able to take care of yourself here. Paying people to make things difficult for you. Exploiting government programs, exploiting their connections, gaslighting people. Yeah, it's going to work out, you know what I'm saying? Where you're going to not have to worry about these people vamping off of you, because that's what you've been dealing with. Sustaining off of keeping you poor, restricted and limited, control, trying to control you. Somebody who called themselves a fashion witch, possibly. This is going to work out. You've been dealing with a lot of bitches and a lot of nunch men. Okay, and that's going to work out. Boom. Okay. I have 2 of Cups. Okay, looks like you could be manifesting some kind of partnership or just balancing feminine and masculine energy within yourself. You're going to be manifesting proper friendships who can't be bought and sold, who's not going to betray you for kibbles and bits, who's not going to be fell weather friend, two-faced, who's not going to be, befriending your enemy behind your back, doing shit behind your back. Yeah, working with another energy. You're not going to have to worry about that. It looks like you're manifesting some friendships that's going to see you as confident here. It's going to help you build, okay? help you build your business, see that you've been working hard on yourself. Somebody that's going to support and work with you and not against you. Okay. They're not going to be, again, working behind your back with other energies and shit like that. Then they're smiling at you. People need to quit. They just need to stop and then wonder why ain't nobody trying to hit nothing. They got to say, people ain't stupid. Playing in people's face and shit. Yeah, interfering, trying to get you stuck. 8 of Swords, working with this hole behind your back. You ain't gonna have to worry about this. Is gonna come out how people was befriending and working with some fire signs behind your back to set you up, trap you up, and to interfere. To cause stagnation and confusion. Could be a Virgo. Yeah, that was doing spell work, manipulating you and doing spell work on you.
Heard about some half the kids who lost half of the kids away.
Doing shit on you and your children, weirdos.
Just makes me just like it felt.
Yeah, doing this shit in secret, illusions, casting illusion around the situation, hiding the fact that they've been doing spell work, manipulating and trying to trap you up in secret.
Sickness and disease.
Yeah, chaos and conflict, so that you can't move on into calmer waters, trying to keep you stuck.
They won't even see us.
Mm-hmm.
Get your fucking thing out of my heart.
Your self-love is getting you through it. People was trying to constantly break your heart, keep you in a perpetual state of needing to heal after loss, trying to have power and control over you, trying to use chaos and conflict to force you to have to let go. But you have an ace of cups here. Ooh, this motherfucker. It's a whole couple that's going to experience misfortune. It could be a couple or a partnership that's going to experience some kind of misfortune here. That they were doing the spell work to keep turning the wheel against you.
You forgot to check downstairs 6 o'clock, Mom.
I'm about to right now. They're under judgment. You're going to get some kind of new beginning. For what these people kept doing in secret, trying to drown you, casting illusion, causing misjudgments, trying to evoke fears because what they were hiding. Yeah, taking from you. This 6 of Pentacles energy. You know, people wanting you to live in like this breadcrumb life, like that you have to continue to have your hand out to make it look like you're always looking for a handout when people were stealing from you, taking from you, paying people to breadcrumb you, paying people to keep you in that space, in a perpetual cycle of that, to make people think that's what you are. Yeah, they're obsessed with that. And it's about to come out. They're obsessed with causing towers in your life. They're obsessed with taking from you, causing misfortune, so that people will misjudge you like you're somebody always looking for a handout. Ooh. They paid these some bitch. They paid these lying hoes and niggas. Yeah. Anybody who was weaselly enough to take the bait. Yeah, in order to get a new beginning. Now, the good thing is this, they're going to be shocked that something is going to turn out in your favor. This misfortune with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is going to end up turning in your favor with judgment. You're letting it go and moving on. The judgment is in your favor. This is going to be a shock. You're going to get an ace. And now you have a Queen of Pentacles. This may be you. You're about to get some kind of a new beginning. It's going to come out of nowhere. It may even come out of nowhere to you as you're letting go of what this injustice has been, this unfairness, this theft, the stalking, the spell work. As you let go of that or move on or whatever it is, as this is coming out, it looks like it's going to be a shock to the world, a shock to you with this Tower even. Some kind of shock is coming, that there's a new beginning. Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. It's going to shock the world. It's going to shock you. Ooh-wee. Suckers. Oh, okay, wait. Jive turkeys. Okay, look what we have here. We've got the Hanged Man. Okay, that is suspension, but that's also seeing something from another perspective. People sacrificing you for a new beginning. This is going to shock the world. This is going to shock people. Like, motherfuckers is really on that shit. Motherfuckers who have money, motherfuckers who live their life off of sacrificing motherfuckers who came against you and then got the audacity to go around and paying mofos. Okay? Paying any weasel who take it behind the scene. Get new beginnings off of that shit, off of causing blockages and stagnation and towers for you. But you are enlightened. This is what happened with you. You're enlightened. Every time that you would go to people being paid, they were disloyal. Look at that. Eight of Cups reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Cause stagnation. These are disloyal people. These are stubborn people. These are emotionally immature people. Paying people to be disloyal. Paying people to do breakup rituals. Paying people to come back to slow you down. To cause confusion and indecision. You don't see something coming, try to bind you up. Oh, and there it is. Well, like I said, there's something that is going to turn in your favor. You don't know it yet. This exposure, a Leo could be involved. People hiding things, causing confusion. People making it their point to call themselves exposing you is going to expose themselves. That's what they don't know. Oof. How you going to be fucked up and you trying to expose somebody knowing good goddamn well you was up to shenanigans? How the hell? That's what crooks do, though. Yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. Look at, there's the narc. Look it, there's the narc. I was waiting for the crook and the narc. There they are, right there. There they are. Yeah, trying to cause you to get sick, trying to come against your hopes, goals, dreams, and aspirations because you're driven. For some of you, it's a mother figure. It's somebody's baby mama. Family, I told you. That was making it their point to cause instability. All of this is going to come out. Four of Wands in the reverse. Sacrificing you. Setting you up. So this family member may end up being the one that's going down. Ooh, Gemini. Maybe a Gemini. Somebody's sibling here. Or somebody, these people sad, yo. This is going to work out. Four of Wands in the reverse. This loss of stability, whatever these people were doing. Dumbass. What's this? Aries in the reverse. These petty people with ill will and hidden dishonor. Page of Pentacles. Always fucking with your lemonade stand. Because your old, your new bothers they old. Boom. Ace, baby. Ace of Swords. Truth and clarity about your fucked up ass. Woo! About your fucked up ass relatives, about somebody, you know what I'm saying, non-committal, as well as about a house or somebody that's basically made it their life's goal and mission to fuck up your stability. Working with these broke billionaires, you know what I'm saying? People, oh, nigga. Somebody could be gonna see something from your perspective, collective here. Like, oh, with this hangman, it's like, okay, I see it. These people get activated every time the collective gets a brand new beginning or a bright new beginning, that they're passionate, excited, and then a blockage. What is that? Oh, it's their family. Four of Wands in the reverse. What is this? Oh, misjudgment here. The Judgment card. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Something here. Magician. Somebody's going to see something here from your perspective with truth and clarity, that you were telling the freaking truth. And the truth is not to be swept under the rug. The truth is to be dealt with. And it's to be dealt with appropriately based on what it has caused and continue to cause somebody. If somebody is affecting somebody's livelihood with what they've done, this is not something you just go, oh no, you deal with it. That's how we move on in life. You don't pile on and start collecting other lowlives. You don't play in the face of the person. You deal with it, and you deal with it properly. Somebody's going to see, like, oh, now I know. Because people keep messing with their life. They keep messing with their aces. They keep messing with their new beginnings. They keep lying. You got a victory here. There you go. Six of Wands, the World in the reverse. People kept trying to win at all costs by attacking you, calling you crazy. Nine of Swords. You've been dealing with a whole bunch of nuts that's got people paid to drive you nuts. Why is the Six of Wands coming out in favor of the collective? We know what these people have been paid to do and paying other people to do and so forth to win at all costs, saying the collective just want attention, or, you know, trying to drive the collective crazy so that they can be seen as honorable. But why is the Six of Wands on the side of the collective here? Because the truth is on your side. The truth is on your side, no matter how slick, silver tongue these motherfuckers are. We want to win, and we're going to play the game to win. But the truth is still on our side. Because if people are lying on you and those lies are hurting your life, that's not okay. If they're, listen, we're not talking about accidental, circumstantial lies. We're talking about planned, purposed, intentional. Why is the Six of Wands in favor of the collective here? The truth is on your side, but why? I have Ace of Pentacles because, yep, the gift is yours. Source. Yeah, because, yeah, you've dealt with people who had an issue with your gifts, your giftings. You have people who have stolen from you. You have had people misjudging you. You have had corrupt leaders and authority figures with this Hierophant here. And you're held in high honor by the universe. You have had distorted practitioners, leaders. Yeah, it's on your, yes, look it. Because you've been protecting yourself. You've been doing nothing but trying to defend and protect your rights to be. You have been doing nothing. You've had nobody. You've been doing nothing but trying to work on your energy. You've had people constantly attacking you. You have been trying to keep your eye on the prize. You've been trying to work on your chakras while they pretending to be decent people and shit. You've had authority figures and leaders create blockages because they want to win at all costs, or they have an issue with your gifts. Yeah, because you've had people blocking your path. So this is why you're being held in high honor. You have had people that's trying to keep you in a bubble, trying to stop you from balancing your chakras. You could have had a Taurus, a Virgo, Capricorn here, the greedy motherfuckers here. You've been fighting for your life. You've got source here. You've had people, yeah, call themselves judging you. You need to quit. Misjudging your gifts, but coveting them at the same time. And who this person? You, oh, crazy Queen of Cups reverse. People had a crazy mammy that was emotionally crazy and immature. Yeah, they're like a child. Been doing this shit to you possibly since you were a teenager. And trying to keep you in this, siphoning off of you, trying to block. Yeah. You've had to fight for your life. That's why you held in high honor. Six of Wands to the universe and to source. Because you've been dealing with a bunch of petty whores. A bunch of immaturity here. People constantly trying to fuck with your emotions since you were a kid. People don't want to accept that sometimes we come up in environments where they're adult and chronologically, but they're children. They're children. And as a result, some of them have undiagnosed mental illness. They are abusive and they do all sorts of stuff that the world is not ready to deal with, especially the Black culture. I said what I said. Let me keep going. We don't want, that don't go along with our fake togetherness. It don't fit the narrative. And it's easier to find the scapegoat in the family and to make that person the problem versus deal with what the problem is. We've been fighting for our lives, and that's why you're held in high honor. You've been gifted since you were a child. Hmm. Woo! And then there's been protection possibly with you as well because of all the crazy shit these motherfuckers. Crazy motherfuckers. Fucking nuts and shit. Got so many people food, it don't make no sense. It just don't make no kind of sense. Because all they got to do is say Jesus, Bible, holy, holy, and they'll have about 50% of motherfuckers convinced just on that. What we got, baby? These people torturing disabled people, laughing and shit. That's why I'm like, man, please, ain't these motherfuckers ain't shit. Nobody getting off on that kind of stuff. Not when you're a decent motherfucker. It don't matter what your age is, your culture is, your economic state is, your social state is, your belief system. Ain't no real decent motherfucker sitting up there getting off on that kind of shit. And as soon as I smell and sense it, I already mark those individuals just like that. Boom. And I don't say nothing. Because ain't decent mofo. First and foremost, go sit back and let something happen. Number one. Not if they're in visual sight of it. I know everything I need to know just like that. And I'll keep it to myself. I don't want nothing to do with folks who want something to do with folks who've been okay with the shit that's been done to my son. Or anybody like him. They can kiss my black ass. I ain't trying to hear nothing they gotta say. And I mean business when I say I'm not trying to hear nothing they gotta say. When people have absolutely no knowledge of what could have happened to these populations and what kind of trauma, and they got the nerve to think they got something to say to me. They don't have nothing to say to me. Bureaucracy. I am proof that you can be both highly functional and slightly feral. Yeah, I'm that motherfucker. I'm that motherfucker. I know. Because you know what? You got to mix it up. You got to play the game and we got to mix it up. You know, because people be playing in your face. The children trying to get reaction out of you. And who do that? Kids. Children act like that. I'm going to keep saying it like a broken down record. Children act that way. Children behave that way. Children conduct that way. Children. Trying to get loose and attention. Who act that way? Children and those that are like children. Children. Wanting you to act out so that they can get their, their narratives together. I see it. It's the writing is all over the wall. A bunch of children. I exude main character energy whether the world is ready or not. This is one of the reasons why they want to humble you so bad. You know, you're not a people pleaser anymore. You're not an ass kisser anymore. You don't need to fit in anymore the way they still have to fit in order to feel okay, comfortable, and relevant. So they figure, let's fuck with them, you know? I will complete my task after one more round of procrastination came in reverse. I am a force of nature. Oof. And mild destruction. They better, they gonna find out. Mm. See, they scared of destruction. You ain't. You done did this too many times over. They scared of it. They can't handle it. Today, I am as focused as a cat with a laser pointer. Yeah, you're focused, and that's why they keep trying to disrupt you. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's dangle carrots in front of them. Oh, let's play all these little games. Oh, I embrace my flaws because perfection is boring, and I'm not boring. Huh? I make things happen sometimes on purpose. I can do this, and if I can't, I'll find me a fucking loophole. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Encouragement. Further encouragement. Okay, I'm looking at another deck. Maybe I need to go get that one. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes the reason is that I made a bad choice. You feel like, you've made some bad choices. You could be realizing that, what stuff was kind of manufactured. You made some choices. You did what you could, considering how much you had at play in the background. You know what I'm saying? This was not about evading responsibility, but not everybody's got that level of interference either. You know? It's easy to sit behind a desk and a screen when life is not happening to you, but when you're in it, I am not insulting you. I'm describing you. See, people took things insulting. You simply described their behavior, the way they showed up. I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong. Okay, let me get this deck that my eyes saw here. Maybe this is about what you're going to get restitution for all of this shit here. These people need to be shaming themselves. But shame can only go down where there's a conscience. You can't feel bad when ain't nothing in there that governs that. That's something I'm learning. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not talking about toxic shame. I'm talking remorseful, a sense of remorse for being disgusting. That don't happen for folks if it ain't in there, baby. Something's got to be inside of a person somewhere. Something got to be somewhere for them to be able to actually feel remorse. Can't feel remorse when your shit gone. Where the heart is a square black box with a tumbleweed in it and a license plate. And the license plate is bent up and it says out of the office, gone, bitch, or some shit like that. That's why they can sit up there and think some shit funny torturing a disabled person. Because ain't nothing up in there. But they at church. They a teacher. They a leader. They anointed. Okay. Whatever. Overthrow of authority. Rejuvenation. Yeah, these people, 54, somebody could be 54. That has caused some kind of unhappy voyages for you, for the wisdom that you carry. So somebody that's 54 and 65 may end up suffering a penalty here. Yeah, these people's cowardly actions. You know, these people who were cowards, just, they could be 57, just a coward. They're going to pay for these cowardly ways. Scared of their mama, baby mama, a toxic femme, creation of all things, taking advantage of your empress energy here. Yeah. Atheism and the rejection of spirit. Theft. These people are stealing. Just, that's what I'm saying. Theft. These people are stealing your intellectual richness. Theft and destruction. For all of this, they've caused you guys here. They're gonna pay for it. And they're gonna try to put you in a box so they can get away clean with what the hell they've been doing. Out of jealousy. 11. Again, this was jealousy. This is the second time jealousy then came out. They're in here doing shit now, trying to assault my character, my face, my appearance. These are some whack jobs. Just whack jobs, man. Capacity for you, because of your capacity for healing and restitution. Yeah, you're going to be healing here, or you're healing through this conflict that these people keep sending, all these unfair fines and costs that they have caused you here. Because your life. It's easy for people to sit back and say, get over it, when they have not. That's why if you haven't suffered abuse, you possibly shouldn't speak on it. You haven't had somebody tampering with your life like that, and you can't really, you might not have jurisdiction to talk on that. Having people play God with your life in the background because they have positions of power. Famine and sickness. These people that was trying, out of jealousy, trying to create famine and sickness for you. Good gravy. Whatever you and your children have suffered because of these people. And people's cowardly actions and shit. I lost respect for a lot of people over the last 10 years. A lot of people. I sure did. I'm talking famous, non-famous. I lost respect. Because it's like, wow. Also, they sellouts. They cowards. Yeah, I'm good. Willing to sacrifice me and my son because they scared of the dark witches in the family. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm cool. Okay, here's your encouragement. Today I live in the present. Okay, so this is what you're working on. And this is why people are working so hard against you. Some of you wondered, it's like, I'm, because everybody like, just, you need to let go and move on, let go and move on, let go and move on. You're like, yeah, if people stop following me, stop playing in my face, right? It says, today I live in the present. Today I will start with a smile. And you could be working on that in the middle of the situation. Okay. So the encouragement could be do everything that you can within your means to do, and then work on ways to alter your energy. I swallow that along with you. I have to do that. I have to go there and go, smile. What's the good thing? The good thing is me and my son is not on the street. At least not right now. We're not. I don't know what tomorrow brings. In the moment, we're not on the street in the moment. Are we being harassed where we are, stalked where we are, bothered? Possibly, yes. But right now, people doing spell work being weird, yeah. Am I getting proof? Yeah. Today I will not compare. Today I will not compare myself to others. I will find true ease in my own life. And that's what you guys, that's what you're doing. But you also wish folks would do it, because if they would do it, they could leave you alone. If they could find their way to do that, you feel like 50% of your issues would be gone. Today, my mind is open and I am at ease with who I am. Yeah, people don't want you to feel comfortable with who you are because they're not comfortable with who they are. Or you being comfortable with who you are makes them challenge themselves, and they don't want to do that. Today, I'm excited. Today is going to be the best day ever. Okay, these are things we're working on. Today, I will not give in. That's right. I know that's right. Today, I will not allow negative thoughts or feelings to prevent me from achieving. And we may have to put extra effort with that, Today, I am free of drama. Yes. A lot of us are shutting down and disconnecting because they just want to feed their children. Our antagonists are children. They're children with suits and briefcases and money and property. They want a reaction. They want you acting out. They want you upset. And when we start taking it away, they just look for new ways to try. They rev up their engines. They're driving in circles. They tell the people that you're trying to get help from, oh, ignore them. Oh, like they start doing whatever they can. And if it's not literal, it's V2K. I don't want to veer too far off and all that. But all I'm gonna say is this. Most of humanity, all of us, yeah, trying to be your best version of yourself, and they keep trying to bring you down. Crabs in the bucket. Your new bothers their old. Okay. Well, that's the end of that. Okay, so let's get. They're about to lose their privileges too. These people didn't want you to have any. They're crying these white tears. Didn't want you to have nothing. Want you to look like a beggar, somebody always with your hand out. As they fuck with your life behind the scene. Yeah, they're about to be upset and confused. Give me what's going to happen to these toxic energies that's hell-bent on trying to make the collective uncomfortable. I have giddy going into the reverse. So it's almost this energy of they're excited, they're doing the Toyota jump, they're clanging their champagne glasses, they're celebrating, and then it's going to turn on them in an instant. Where they were getting excited off of causing problems for you is about to turn them grouchy, because something is about to turn in your favor here. There's a surprise that's coming. They're about to get irritated about it. Again, because what they have once been delighted in is about to flip. They're going to be annoyed and ashamed because they keep trying to cause some of this for you. Yeah. Yeah. These are people who need to be checked out, man. They need to be looked at. All right, so I think we are done. You all are not going to hear from me maybe for a while. I just saw Roy, the name Roy. That's interesting because he keeps showing up in my dreams too. What the hell is going on? He keeps showing up in my dreams. People need to quit. All I'm going to say is people just need to stop. They just need to fucking stop. Then I just saw the name Ray, Michelle, James. Claimed to have so much discernment or to be so gifted, but they could not discern the karmic feminine who was the bully and the abuser, liar, and thief. Colonized brains won't allow them to think any differently. Cognitive dissonance. Sociopaths priorities are appearance over truth and justice and fairness. They're all frustrated because they might not get what they might not get out of it. What the hell? Masculine gaslit by femme fatales. Karmic mates. That's interesting. The karmic is going to end up going insane, end up having a mental breakdown from spell work and trying to create a mental breakdown for feminine. Possibly something to do with Canada. Darnell. Addicted to interfering with other people's lives. Feminine realized that masculines were just pawns that karmics used to get to her. And that's that. Gotta go. Clean my energy. Darrell, could you bring me the iPad?